Hi guys, welcome back to the shop today. We had a couple of comments about and questions about whether or not a Neon had the same type of headlight lens as other vehicles, and apparently some people have had problems actually restoring the lights on these cars. Not really sure why, so we decided to shoot a video using the same procedure as in our other ones on the Neon for you. So we're going to take you through the steps of what we use. Once again, you only need a few little things. We're using in this case a piece of 2000 grit sandpaper, water bottle with some soap in it. You're going to have we use the Meguiar's Ultra Finishing Polish, the Meguiar's Gold Class Carnauba Plus, and a little terry cloth towel. But as you can see, this light is in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, the first thing you got to notice is a reflective surface has to be flat. So the first thing we're going to do is, the reason we're using 2000 grit is because we don't want to cut too much off. Usually it's just a little bit of film. You'll see she'll just kind of go back and forth there, get it nice and smooth.
And you'll be able to feel it. You can feel once it starts, like up here, it's already feeling a lot smoother. Down, you can actually tell probably it catches on the surfaces that are not smoothed out.
And the other thing that's kind of cool about this is, what she's saying is, when you're doing this at home, you will definitely feel a difference in resistance.
For sure.
You see, when it starts getting real smooth and easy to glide, by the way, that expensive concoction she's using on there is a little bit of hot dish soap and our cool little Meguiar's dispenser.
Yes.
You can buy them at any paint shop.
No, we do not get paid from Meguiar's.
Yeah, Meguiar's doesn't know who we are, but they have great stuff. We love them.
We do. Use it on our personal vehicles as well.
Yep. Okay, so you see it didn't take her very long. Does it feel nice and smooth to you?
Yeah, it sure does.
Alright, great. So the next thing she's going to do is, you're going to wipe it dry again if you feel like it's smooth.
You can actually see if you.
Alright, now what we're looking for now, we want a nice, even, dull look. Well, right here.
See how it doesn't have it there?
You see that right there? You see there's a little bit right there?
Yeah.
Point to it.
Right here.
Yep.
Actually left that so you can see. That's what that resistance is when you originally start with the sanding.
It's called the gross stuff.
The nasty stuff.
So we're going to keep on trucking here. See, actually the piece of sandpaper does all the work. That's why you shouldn't pay $50, $80 to have your lights restored, because really it's just a few minutes of just, I say polishing. Actually you're sanding it off, but really at 2000 grit, really what you're almost doing is polishing. You're just taking a little bit of that film off. Now there may be a little bit of damage that's a little deeper that would take longer to do, but you can just keep going and going and going until you feel like it's nice and clean. Looks like the spot we were just talking about.
Getting better. But this car did also sit for...
Yeah, this car sat for 3
years. And collected a lot of junk.
So, there you go. It's looking pretty good now.
You can definitely, you can feel where it's smooth, and you can... Hey guys, okay, so now we are... Actually, on this particular headlight, we need to add in some of the Meguiar's Diamond Cut Compound 2.0 because this lens was in really, really bad shape. So that's what he's getting ready to do for you now.
We had to go down to an 800 grit paper.
Yeah, we were at a 2000, went to 800 to smooth it out and get some of that excess damage off of it.
Now we're going to let this compound do what it's paid to do, which is compound and cut. So I'm going to just go down to a real low setting. People get this confused all the time. They think if they go 100 miles an hour, they're actually getting something done. What you want to do is you want to hit your lowest setting, which is exactly what we're on right now. You can pick it up a little bit after you get a little bit of momentum going. And the compound's kind of done its thing. Or doing its thing. This particular light does have a little bit of damage right here in the center. Most lights you will see will have a little bit, but that's okay. I'm trying to make most of it look great.
It's definitely good to be able to restore them yourself when you can, because they can get very pricey.
Very pricey.
Already looking tons better than it did.
Alright, now that I feel pretty confident I've got most of the grooves out from the sandpaper, I'm going to switch heads and go with a foam pad that's made to actually polish. And that's going to give us our most advantageous look that we can get. But these headlights are in pretty bad shape. But even if they're in bad shape, you can still redo them.
Definitely.
A lot of people don't have the kind of money it takes to buy brand new headlights. Or they could find something else better to do with their money.
And a lot of times, even if you go to one of the salvage yards, the cars are a lot of times the same way. Or, you know, you might get out of there spending $25-30 for a headlight, but still going to end up probably having to do this. Ultra finishing polish with the foam pad.
Going to kind of let it agitate over that area. A lot of people just show you the stuff that turns out perfect, and we have plenty of those, but I think a lot of people get disheartened when they're doing stuff and they're like, man, what am I doing wrong? So I'm here to show you that not all of them are going to come out 100% perfect, but they'll come out a lot better than they started. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And you guys can probably already see how much better it's looking.
I'm kind of manning up on it right here. Force it to polish out a little harder. Okay, just let that sit there for a second. Let me get a rag. Start getting this stuff off of here. It's starting to come out.
And that's just your little microfiber terry cloth type rag, right?
Yep, it's coming around now. Now this actually isn't the final end of the process. What we're going to do now is, you know what, this thing's actually got a little bit of overspray from something on it. I don't know, maybe it was sitting next to something one day, I don't know. These lenses right here are pretty tough. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is throw a little bit of polish on it. I mean not polish, wax.
Right behind you on the hood. And again, we use the Meguiar's Gold Class Carnauba. You can use whatever you prefer. Meguiar's is just our preference. They have great products.
And, whoa, that's what I call overachieving. Put a nice good thick coat on here, because basically what's going to happen is any of those, anything where this thing is pitted at, it's going to go ahead and fill in for you and give you just a little bit better definition, a little better reflection. Probably about the best it's going to do. Alright, I guess we'll come back to it in a second when it dries.
Alrighty. Okay guys, so we've let it sit for a few minutes, and now we're just going to take it off, and just been trying to buff that out. And look what we've got. Totally different looking headlights.
And there you have it, guys.
So it can be done. It definitely looks like a different light in this car.
Yep. Hey, well, everybody.
Subscribe.
Don't subscribe.
Please subscribe. I don't know why he says that, because he really does not mean it. We love you guys. We appreciate every single one of you, and stay tuned. We've got something special coming.